Hi, this is me again, Tijana, and here I am again with some portrait drawing stuff for you. I've wondered whom to draw, and I sort of recall that I haven't drawn any men in any of the videos on this channel, so I've decided to draw a man and to record myself while I do this. So this is the person I've chosen. It is a pop star. And this is a relatively new and not yet well-known person, and whom I've selected because he has collaborated with my favorite pop star on a very lovely song called 90 Days. So this is Wrabel. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. I think I am. And so he wrote and sang a song called 90 Days with Pink on her Hurts to Be Human album and on her Beautiful Trauma tour. And so I had an opportunity to listen to them perform this duet together in Vienna in July of this year. So I've decided I might as well draw this person, since I have in the meantime become a fan of his, and I think he is a really lovely person. So very talented and has a really nice voice and really nice songwriting abilities. So here I will again start with the way I usually do this, starting at one of the temples and then adding in some facial features, trying to get the distances right, mostly based on comparison, using these distances and trying to assess them compared to each other, and trying to mimic these angles to make this face recognizable. So what is the difference, well, in my opinion, between drawing men and drawing women? Basically not much, I think, but as I'm a woman and evidently I draw women more often, sometimes I have this problem with my drawings of men looking overly feminine, which is, as it seems, not my problem only, and some of my friends who draw have told me also that that is sometimes the problem. So the way I go around it is that I choose reference photos of men with noticeable facial hair, and there, problem solved. It will most definitely be recognized as a man if it has a nice, well kept beard or a stubble and strong eyebrows. Fortunately, my family members, who I draw most often, have such features, really strong eyebrows, so makes it easy. This person has really fine features and very, very expressive eyes with lovely lips. And you will notice that if it weren't for his facial hair, which I'll be adding later, we might find ourselves with a very feminine looking portrait to begin with because of these really beautiful large eyes and full lips and really lovely nose. So I'm hoping that this will all be relatively easy to solve. And if you have this problem and you need to draw a portrait of a man without them having facial hair to make up for this tendency of portraits done by women tending to look feminine. I do not know whether men have this problem when they draw women. I think they might. So the way to resolve this could also be that you maybe slightly overemphasize some of the features that are distinctly male or more often present amongst men. So strong jaw could be made just a tiny bit stronger, and of course noses tend to be somewhat bigger and most pronounced in men. I don't think I'll be doing this because I want this gentleman to look as gentle and mild as he does in this reference photo. So you should definitely check his music out. He is a singer-songwriter who's about 30, so from my perspective that's young, but he's been in the business apparently for about 10 years and has had some hits even before his collaboration with Pink on 90 Days. However, I have to admit I hadn't heard of him before. I'm not that active in finding out about new acts. So most of my musical taste is stuck in my formative years, which is you wouldn't believe, I was just late 80s and early 90s, and I've added very few things since. And very late 90s I started to listen to Radiohead, and then later on there was also Pink whom I've started actively following just a few years ago, although I've been aware of her ever since her second album, The Misunderstood. And so most of my music taste is 80s. Some of the so-called new romantics, but some of the first of all, some of the very late punk, and then some of the new romantics. But then when I was 13 I accidentally discovered The Cure and Depeche Mode, and those were the two mainstays, main groups that I still love and still listen to. And then in the early 90s, what added to that was Garbage and Skunk Anansi, and then, as I said, Radiohead. That's mostly it. So, as I said, I'm not that active in discovering new acts to follow, to listen to, and sometimes it happens that I discover new voices, and through these types of collaborations, like this lovely person here, Wrabel, who collaborated with Pink, and that's how I've heard of him. And in the meantime, I've listened to many of his songs, and they're really great. My favorite of all is the Bloodstain. So here we are. Now we'll add some more of the. I'm adding more facial hair because I think it's going to improve the semblance, because I think that mainly the right shape of the chin and the mouth will make this more recognizably him, and will tell me whether I can use this sketch or whether it will be necessary to start from scratch and use another one. We'll see. I think you can probably notice where there are a lot of differences here. I'll be correcting them slowly, and I will need to concentrate. So, just a few more lines, and I think I will be done with the sketching phase, and then I will move on to the shading phase in the next video. So, thank you for watching, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye bye.